Hey everyone, guess what? We are here with Greg. I'm gonna say Kubaki, but I probably fucked it up. Did I
That's
do it
close
right?
enough. It's close enough. It's fine. It's
What is
Kubacki,
it?
but yeah, it's close.
Okay,
Kubacki, yeah, good enough.
okay. So we're here with Greg. Greg is with this badass band called Car Bomb. If you don't know him, you should, especially if you like Meshuggah, because it's comparable. Like they're great. Car Bomb is fucking great. So you guys just had an EP come out. Was it August like 8th or something?
August 1st, I think it came out. Yeah.
Okay. uh, Called Tiles Whispers Dreams. So what I think is cool is you guys did it on 10 inch.
hmm
Did you did you find it hard to find a company to do the 10 inch?
I don't know. I mean, we've been working with this company, Pirates Press, and they do 10 inches. And yeah, it was actually pretty simple. The only thing was kind of weird was like we weren't sure if we were supposed to put the same thing on the both sides because with a 10 inch you can fit like I think it's like 12 or 13 minutes worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So we just did that. We just have the same three songs on both sides. But yeah, it was our first time doing it, and yeah, it's cool. It's easier to ship. It's easier to carry out. Like if you're buying it at the show, it's easier to hold on to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a lower cost threshold for anyone who's interested in like, picking up some sort of vinyl from you, which is, is nice. So I asked because I've got a little label that I do with a partner, and one of the bands that we put out, they're doing a string of EPs right now, so everything's going out on 10 inch.
oh, cool.
But the companies we were using that did 10 inch are not doing 10 inch anymore. So it's just
Hmm.
like, oh fuck.
Wow, weird. That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, it is an unusual format, and people didn't. I didn't even realize that was a thing until we were looking into it. Because like I knew a 7 inch would be too short, and we're like, well, we're not really ready to do a full record yet. And then Johnny found a place that did 10 inches. We're like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. So we
Hell
decided,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And you've got what, three variants of it, it looks like.
Yeah, we try to do as many different. We try to do a different variant every time we repress it, and it's cheaper to buy in bulk. So we figured instead of getting 1,000 or whatever of one, we'll just split it up and get different colors. So give people different options of different things to grab.
Hell yeah. Because for some of us vinyl nuts, we're like, oh, there's multiple versions of that. I'll take all of them,
Awesome,
please.
dude. We love you guys.
Yeah, yeah, no shit. Something I think is really cool is you guys you you are essentially a DIY band.
hmm
I fucking love that, especially I know you guys had some time with Relapse from '07 to 2011-ish.
Something
Uh,
like that. Yeah, yeah. We put out one record with them. Yeah, and we had a
so
great experience with them. They were amazing. We just weren't. We all do like full time jobs, and this is all a side gig. So it's like we're not willing to tour for 4 months out of the year and sit in a van. We're like, and they were looking for that, and we weren't gonna do that. And but it was totally mutual, like no bad blood whatsoever. We still talk to Gordon all the time, who's fucking rad as shit. So yeah.
that's super cool. I like that you guys have fucking really like uh honed your careers to, to do this, to be able to, work honestly full-time jobs, right? Because
Mhm.
none of us are fucking millionaires. And and put out your records yourself and tour. Like, are you guys, am I wrong in thinking you guys are getting ready to go to somewhere like
We were
Australia or
supposed to go
something?
to Australia, but unfortunately, Animals' leaders' drummer Matt hurt his arm. So, and obviously, nobody can replace that freaking beast. So that tour got canceled, unfortunately.
Gotcha. That's
So right now, nothing booked, but we'll definitely be hitting the states next year and some other places next year.
cool.
Yeah,
Now I gotta go to the show now.
please.
Damn.
Where are you based out of?
I live in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, we'll be there for sure. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. I hope so.
so do
Yeah,
I.
Louisville's good as a place to go, right? Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Exactly. Make sure we tick that box. Well, what's the
yeah.
closest? Like, if bands don't come to Louisville, where do you go to see a band that's like in
So
another?
it just really depends because we're in this. I call it like a central hub. Like we've got from Louisville, let's say within a 3 hour drive, or well, let's say 4 hours, you've got Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, Lexington, Nashville,
Oh, okay.
Knoxville.
Yeah. So you can, but if you really want to see somebody, you can either hit Chicago or Nashville. Just check them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Or not. Cool.
yeah. It's pretty cool. So, am I right in thinking that you guys build your own microphones and
Kind of. So Elliot used to build his own microphone preamps. So he made like Neve like 1073 clones. Like he would buy like kits and then solder them at home. He lived in this old like sort of like semi warehouse space and like used to build like his whole like bedroom was full of like parts from like Mauser, like capacitors and knobs, and he built like some 1176 clones, some 1073s, and a couple other things that had kind of escaped me. So yeah, so for our second record, we used those preamps to record the drums.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like I'm, trying to like research so I don't look like a complete moron, just a
Mm-mm.
kind of moron. Um, I think it's cool. I really like that you guys take on so much yourselves. I feel like with the state of the music industry, more bands should move that way.
Sure.
It gives more creative freedom, more freedom, period. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to say, okay, we're off the road, back to the studio. We have to write an album to be out in 3 months. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's our big MO is like trying to make our whatever we do the best we can, and however long that takes is however long it takes. Like I think that's why we're able to kind of be as successful as we are at our level is because we really try to just make the music the best we can. And but unfortunately, that just means a lot of time. And I mean, we've been working on a new batch of songs since Mordial came out, like right after it, 2019, before the pandemic. And sometimes it just takes a long time. I mean, we've been slaving away and haven't really been saying anything about what we've been doing, but just quietly, slowly working away at it.
well, the beauty of that is that you don't have that pressure, and when it's ready, like it's ready, and it's
Yep.
a it's a commodity that you all are proud of. So it's not subpar, which I know really helps the respect from the fan base, because it's like I told you, I was listening to your shit today, and I'm just like, oh my God.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Glad you dig it. But yeah, that's important to us. I mean, plus it's like, I mean, we don't play like the most radio friendly thing. We're really trying to, no, without sounding like we're, like kumbayaing too much. It's like we're trying to like make our own self expression, I guess, in a certain way. So, and it's hard to know what that is at times, especially when I don't know, the writing process just takes so long, and it's hard to know when something's right. And you have to be able to give yourself that distance from your material to know when it's right. So that means like maybe not listening to stuff that you've been working on for 6 months or a year. And that could, that's a lot of time if you're on a label and you're like, shit, I got to tour, I got to get things done. But unfortunately, we're allowed to do that because we have the luxury to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations to you guys for having that, because so many don't. Do you find like when you go into write, I said, do you find like there it is. But when you go into write, like what is that process like for you all?
It depends. Usually I do most of the writing now. Back in the first two records, we used to write together in a rehearsal space. But now we're all super busy with our jobs and family and stuff like that. So we don't have the luxury. But I love to write. I just love writing every day. I try to write every day. And the initial inspiration can come from anywhere. Like I was writing today, and it came from I was listening to Levant Sauvage yesterday when I was working out, and this idea came in my head from listening to Mouth of Colin. I'm like, oh, that's an idea. And then I just spent like 4 hours writing, like jamming on an idea, trying to come up with as different things as I could, but not trying to structure a song, just trying to come up with a bunch of different riffs and drum
Yeah.
parts, and things or whatever. And then usually from that, I'll try to put that on like in the vault for like a month and not listen to it. And then listen to it again like a month later and see if anything pops out. And if something pops out, then that's like the start of a song. And then I know, or a piece of a song. I know that's like a keeper. And then I'll I'll use that for something.
That's a good way to really like vet what you're working on without like, going, okay, this riff sounds really cool right now. Let's build on it.
Yeah, because I mean, especially when you're learning a riff, like you get really invested in it because you're like, oh well, I spent 4 hours learning how to do this little bloop bloop thing or whatever, so I got to use it, right? But I mean, I always think of the analogy of like if you're listening to a new band, like if you like it or not, like instantly, right?
Pretty
So you need
quick,
to
yeah.
have that sort of critical mind when you're listening to your material, and the only way to do that is to like give yourself that distance from it. And even it's weird because like if you're working on a song for like the main riff for Paroxysm we've had for like 10 years, like that thing that Elliot had. It's based on a clave riff, like the chorus part. And you gotta like give yourself distance even when you're working on a song. It's like if you're like trying to figure out these little tails or drum fills or something, you still need to like give yourself that distance, even though you're familiar with the material, to hear it with fresh ears. So I think fresh ears is something that it's like an underestimated like weapon that musicians have.
Oh, yeah. I like, I relate that to, I'm a realtor, in my day job. So you, you get people who live in a house with a lot of animals and they don't know it, but you walk in, you're like, oh, this smells like animals. And they're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when you go on tour and then you come home to your house and you're like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. What is going on? Yep.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly. Same thing. But the thing is like, it's a good analogy because it's like you might not know what's good, but you definitely know what stinks. You'll be like, that riff is not good. Like that thing's gotta go.
yeah. Well, I
Remember
wasn't
that.
really meaning like, oh, that one stinks. I was meaning more like you need like a fresh, fresh pair of ears or eyes to be on it to know like if it's really like worthwhile,
Right, right,
But
right.
yeah, I guess sometimes it does stink.
I like that. I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind, man. That's great.
That's so funny. Every interview, yeah, dude, I have to step away because if it stinks, it
It
stinks. Like,
stinks,
oh
it stinks.
shit,
You know when it stinks, man. It's obvious.
that is true.
Awesome.
That's so true. How often do you guys get out and like tour?
So we haven't toured really consistently in a while, but usually we try to do like once a year or twice a year. So again, we all have jobs, so it's hard to get away. But yeah, I think like usually for like the max 2 months, like for 8 weeks we'll do it. But usually like six is like a good amount for us. We play very niche music too, so it's not we don't need to hit like every single city. I mean, or
Right.
every single country or anything like that. So we try to like stagger it. Like we'll do like the U.S. one year, we'll do the Europe another year, kind of that type of thing.
Oh, that's smart. Keeps things
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah. I mean, we're trying. We're trying. Yeah. I mean, we're actually thinking about maybe trying to hit the UK a couple of more times in the next couple of years because we feel like we're doing really well there. So we're trying to like we feel like a lot of good bands break there too. So we're trying to maybe hit that more than usual. I think it's just an idea we're playing with.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a good idea because I feel like the UK is it's almost like a centralized hub like New York. You know what I mean? A lot of people go there from all over the world, so you're going to get a ton of a ton of visitors, I guess, or tourists that could see your
Yep,
name. So
that's true. But also, there's more. They just seem to be more in tune with music in general. Like me and Elliot, we played a show in London, a sold out show in London, what we headlined, which was great. And then the room we played with turned into a drum and bass like hall, and it was packed full of people. And we're like, wait, what? Like, what the fuck? Because we both love like Aphex Twin and like Amon Tobin and like that old school drum and bass stuff. And we were fucking like just rocking out to drum and bass for an hour, like after the show. And we're like, this doesn't happen in New York, but like in the UK, they have like a different understanding of like music culture there. And like I think that's something that they might see in us. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit that a little more.
yeah, that would be cool. I never really thought about that. Like I guess thought about it in those terms. I guess see I'm when I see when I see a club who's like, okay, we're gonna do like a metal show early, right? But after the metal show, we're gonna do like a rave. I
Yeah.
My thought isn't like, oh, they're in tune with music. My thought is, oh, they're really maximizing the space that they have.
Well,
That's fucking
of course, they have to do that because that's how they stay. They keep their doors open
yeah,
because they're not going to keep it open with metal. But the fact that they like filled it out with drum and bass, I'm like, that's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's it's really different. I think especially with any sort of like EDM. Um, to me, it's really niche because I don't really care for it for whatever reason, But to go from like metal to EDM in the same space in a span of a couple of hours is, I think that's you know almost like going from metal to like country or country to jazz or something.
Depends on on the electronic music. I mean, electronic music is such a wide spectrum. Like, I mean, we like everybody in the band loves like mid '90s, early 2000s, like Warp record stuff, like Aphex Twin, Autechre, Boards of Canada, Square Pusher, even like Massive Attack, like bands like that. So that's kind of our language. And so EDM can mean a lot of different things now because it's EDM is ubiquitous everywhere. You can hear EDM when you're here
In the
like for a
elevator.
commercial for like Ozempic or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
but we don't think we still, we're a little more old school, so we think of it more in the sense of like electronic music is really like the people who really like grew it like back then. So to see the UK like sort of still pay homage to that is really cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. There was a band out of the UK. They were called Polaroid,
Okay.
and this is early mid 90s.
Polaroid?
Yeah.
I never heard of
They
them.
yeah, well they got signed to a major and they had to change their name.
Oh, okay.
And I think maybe they changed it to like 1,000 Smiles or something like that.
Okay.
Um, and mind you, dude, I've not even thought about this in 20 years at least.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like do my best from memory, but they only put out one single that I recall on the major, and it was fucking great, dude.
Okay.
But it was a mix of like guitar music and like electronic music, which was, for the time was super, super unique.
Yeah. It's really hard to do that. That's like two genres that are really hard to mash is like electronic music and heavy music. Like I remember I heard Tosin do one thing I thought was pretty rad, but besides that, I Spirit Box, that one song Holy Roller has that like drum and bass break, which is really cool. But it's hard, man. It's really hard to me because every time you hear the guitar in electronic music context, it sounds like a texture, and it's always like it sounds more like a trope than it sounds like part of the music, which is kind of
Yeah,
weird, you
that's
know.
I think that's fair. I like the Browning does it. I think they mesh it pretty good.
The Brown,
Um, yeah, they're
never heard of them.
heavy. Like,
Okay.
a buddy of mine was like, "Dude, you got to check this out. It's like, oh, it's electronic and it's heavy." And I was like, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna like it, because
Is it
it's like,
it's these guys right here?
yeah,
Cool. I'll check it out.
yeah. I was like, I've listened to it and I'm like, oh, okay, like this isn't. I'm not gagging. It's not terrible. Like, cool.
Right, right.
Uh,
Cool.
so yeah, we'll
Nice.
see.
I mean,
So,
there's heavy electronic music. Like I mean, I love like old Skrillex. I love what's that guy? I saw him live and he fucking freaked me out. Oh shit, Excision. It was. That's the first time bass ever like raped my nose. Like I never felt bass like really like invade multiple cavities. That does sound gross, but I was like, what the fuck? This is insane, man. It was heavy as fuck. It was really cool.
huh.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit. Well,
Yeah.
like the Browning does. I mean, it's metal and electronic, which
Oh,
is
okay.
like, oh, this is all right.
Cool.
And it's not AI, so I'm good with that.
Okay. Right on.
Uh, so fucking weird. All this AI shit.
All right. True.
What do you guys like when you got to play live? Do you find yourself trying to add different songs into your set list to like challenge yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because like we have like a back catalog that we have songs that people expect to hear, so we're playing those. We have to play those. But yeah, so for our last tour, we did all three new songs on our EP, and yeah, we powered through them, and it was great. Like I know it's tough for L because like he has the hardest job in the band. He's got to, coordinate his whole body to like I mean, dude, I don't know how the hell he does what he does, but I mean,
Nope.
and like Mike and Johnny are always like super solid every time, and I don't know, like we if we have new music, we want to play it as soon as possible. So we were really fortunate to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's nice around. It's nice like with the EP, you've got 3 songs. You're like, oh, we'll just throw all 3 songs in there. How did they go over live?
Great. So the first song on the EP we play open first. So that's usually if someone's heard us before, if we play a festival, it's the first song is always kind of a throwaway because people are like, "What the did they start? Are they not playing together? Like, what the hell are they in tune? What the hell's going on?" But then they start to catch into what's going on. So yeah, but then that's all. I mean, as long as people don't leave, then it's good. But we played them well, and Paroxysm is heavy as fuck. And my favorite is Tiles Whisper Dreams, which is the title track. And we didn't bust that out to like the last couple of shows, but it went over really well.
My favorite is Blind Sides. I don't know why, but I fucking love it, dude. Like, absolutely. So
Nice,
much. I sent it to my buddy. I was like, dude, you got to listen to this.
sweet, sweet.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like, he'll text me and be like, where did you find this shit? I'm like, what? So, do you guys do like, what's your live show like? Like lights and all that crazy shit also?
Yeah, we have some lights hooked up to the drums. So I'm using this program called MaxMSP, and it's a program that pretty much takes any input musically or from whatever and can output it to whatever. It's a really open box, like a blank canvas type of thing. So we do this thing where Elliot's kick and snare and toms will trigger lighting stuff that I write. So that's part of the show on the bottom. And then sometimes we'll have a lighting director program stuff on top of that for the house lights, and sometimes not. But other than that, it's usually just us playing. I mean, I think there's enough going on with what we're doing with our instruments to keep people interested. So we try not to go too crazy with like theatrics yet, but or for now at least. But yeah, but like we've seen other bands do that type of stuff, and we kind of aspire to be that one day. So we
Yeah,
always try to do a little bit of something to kind of keep the show going.
something to work towards,
Yeah, for sure. And it's
I
not like we don't play to a click. We play live, so we can't do like the show is the lighting is programmed to the show, and then you kind of play to the lights like it's reverse. It's the lights are reacting to what we're doing, and the lighting director has to kind of like figure out what he's doing with the buttons and stuff to work what we're doing.
hope he
Which
knows what he's
it's
doing.
always a good challenge for them, it keeps them on their
Yeah.
toes for
Hell
sure.
yeah. They're like, oh, what do I do?
Exactly. But we have a couple people that we work with that know our stuff, and they do a really good job.
That's cool. That's I think that's got to be one of the hardest things like in production is a good lighting director because that that is not the whole mood, but man, that is a lot of the mood, you know?
It is. And I mean, it's the marriage of visual and the audio together. I mean, audio is really cool, but there's nothing like when you see like a really good music video with a really good song like that. It's not like a really good song is one thing, a really good visual is one thing. And when they're combined, it doesn't equal two, it equals like way more than that. So I agree with you. Like when you see Meshuggah and all their lasers and stuff firing when Frederick busts out a solo, or when Gojira, has like all the CO2 jets and all the flames go up for their songs. Like it definitely puts chills in your spine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Gojira, dude, is probably they're like one of my favorite shows to see live. Those
Yeah.
dudes just they rip
Yeah.
every time and I feel like they're fucking 100% on it. I mean,
Yeah.
no shade to Meshuggah because I think they're fucking right up there too. Like those
No, agreed.
bands,
Yeah.
holy
No one's
fuck.
doing it better than Gojira, in my opinion. Unless I mean, I know Sleep Token has like a waterfall in their new show, I think I heard. I'm kind of curious to see that. I think it's pretty rad. But as
Oh,
far as like, I mean, Gojira has been like getting better and better and better and better every year. And
and you go, how the fuck do you keep getting better, dude?
they're passionate. They eat shit and breathe like trying to make their show better. Like they're like we know those dudes, and they're like really passionate. They're really like just want to do a really good job and make their art the best it can be.
And they're all super, super fucking nice too.
They're
Like,
like ridiculously nice. Yeah,
yeah,
amazing for sure.
that was we did when they were out with Deftones a couple years ago, 3 years ago, or whatever it was. We were took my daughter to do the meet and greet with Deftones and Joe, Mario, and Christian, I think.
Yep. Mhm.
Christian for sure. I was just trying to make sure I got the right one that was with them. They fucking pull up in an Uber, and I was like, cool, I'm hopping line. I'm gonna go say hi. And they fucking sat and chatted, and
Yeah.
I was just like, good, because my daughter's here. I want her to see like people are fucking cool and
Mhm.
not get away from me, shithead.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're the class act, man. I'm since day one. We've known them for
20 years almost, I think.
yeah, I think since the relapse days. Yeah, and they haven't changed a bit, man. They're all still great.
Yeah, but like, good for them. Good
Yeah,
for them for making kick-ass music, having a
yeah,
kick-ass live show, and for being kick-ass human beings.
for sure.
Was
Oh, did you say that Deftones tour? You saw them?
Yeah.
So I actually, this is fucked up. I actually played one of the shows with Gojira as their guitar player. Believe it or
Oh
not.
shit.
So this was during the whole COVID thing when COVID was ending, and France had this thing. It was like if you were sick and coughing, you couldn't fly. So they were in a bind where they had a show in Portland and they weren't sure if Christian was going to make it, and they needed a sub. So like 2 days before the show, Joe gives me a call. It's like, hey, do you want to play guitar for Gojira? And I'm like, what? So he flew me out to Portland, and we had a couple rehearsals. And Christian was able to make the show, but I did play one song with them live at the Portland Arena, which was pretty fucking rad.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
the biggest show you ever played?
Yes. Oh no. The biggest show was Hellfest in
Oh yeah.
2022, I think it was, or 23. Yeah, but it was pretty close. Like I remember like looking at the crowd on the ground and I'm like, oh, it's cool. And then seeing another level and then seeing another and just like it just kept going higher and higher. I was like, what the fuck? It was wild.
That I can only imagine. You get out there and you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I was more worried about like you playing the whammy pedal because like I don't play the whammy pedal, and for I played Amazonia and they used the whammy pedal and I didn't like have it quite set right, so I was trying to like figure out how to use it on the fly while we're playing the song. But like towards the end, I'm like, all right, I feel comfortable, and I start looking around. I'm like, man, there's a lot of fucking people here, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. So in your years of touring, what has been like the coolest tour that you guys did where you thought, man, I never thought we would be here?
I mean, anytime we open up for somebody like, Meshuggah or Gojira or Between the Buried and Me or Dillinger, like we're always in awe because those have been our heroes forever. But I think the biggest one was probably Meshuggah because that was the one where, we've been worshiping them forever and we steal tons. I mean, anybody hears us, it's like they sound like Meshuggah. That's not a secret. But when they asked us to tour for the 25th anniversary, that just being there and like seeing how they operated and like how their crew worked, and we didn't really like tour Europe like before, so that was all new. And for us, that was just like, oh wait, we can do this too, like because now we're kind of seeing behind the curtain and like seeing how like when you see their show and it's like there's all this shit going on, with the lights and the movement, and then like seeing them just on the side stage, like they're just a couple dudes playing music, and like that really was like an eye-opening moment for me to be like, oh, we can do this too.
Yeah, I feel like their crew works really fucking well together. It not only is the band like a well-oiled machine, that extension crew is.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean Edvard and Kent Kroon, all those guys, I mean they've been working with them forever and they're still part of the team. Same thing with Gojira, like they have, they add people here and there, but once they have someone in their family, like they rarely like leave. And I think that's why their shows are so great. It's because Pete, their lighting director, has been doing that forever, and Petter, their guitar tech, and Dave, their drum tech, all those people are just, they've been there forever.
Yeah, that speaks highly to the band also to
Of
get
course.
crew that is like, we're staying.
Yeah, of course, man. They're very loyal. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool as fuck. Where would you like Car Bomb to go like in 10 years?
10 years? That's a good question. Do all the festivals, like keep getting in better slots in festivals, bigger festivals. doing more headlining tours, writing more records. Like just keep doing what we're doing. And I think slowly building a fan base is a good way to do it. And we've been doing that. So I think it's just as much work as we can do, you know.
Right
That's really
on.
determine our success.
I think that's smart. You do it. I don't know. I say don't do it fast. Like you don't want the overnight success, but shit, at this point, there's no overnight success.
No, but there's also, I mean, not that we're totally opposed to signing to somebody or whatever, but I think at this point, it's like we're so comfortable with the way we work. And I think with the amount of work we can put into it and like how OCD and protective we are of our art, it's like it's easier just for us to keep all of our hands where they are and keep the personnel the way it is. And just like whoever listens to it and likes it, that's cool. And if it grows, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like you guys consistently grow though. Um, again, not like overnight we're playing 20,000 seat arenas, but I would, I mean, I would gamble, and I haven't seen you live, but I would gamble that every show you're gaining a few new fans who are like, man, that was fucking great. Definitely be back next time,
We
you know?
definitely see it. I mean, like we played Arctangent, which is a great outdoor festival in Bristol. And we played the main stage. We played there before and we played the secondary stage, and that was great. That was like a 7 p.m. slot. And then we played there and it was like a 1:30 p.m. slot. And we're like, oh no, like we're not gonna, no one's gonna be there, everybody's gonna show up late. Not true. Like we played the main tent and it was packed, and we were like, right on, man. We were pretty
Oh
stoked.
yeah.
Yeah.
When did you guys play that? Did you play it this year?
That was like a month ago, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the same
I
day. You know the band Mew, MEW?
yes.
Yeah, they played the same show, and that was amazing to see
Oh
them.
yeah.
Yeah, Carnival played. Between the Buried and Me played. What the hell is her name? I forget her name, but something Ruth Rundle.
Oh, Emma Ruth Rundle.
Yeah, there you go. She played.
Yeah.
She was great. She played right after us, which was amazing. It was like this crazy random odd time chaos, and then her. It was
Yeah.
a fucking vibe, man. It was cool.
That's so funny. I guess July I was in Indianapolis for Post Fest, and
Mhm.
it's primarily like post rock, but they had Emma Ruth Rundle played, and they also had like Converge, Primitive Man, Bong
Yeah,
Ripper. Yeah, dude, it was like what a fucking contrast of music,
yeah,
and
that's awesome.
the fans loved it, all
Yeah,
of it.
of
Just like
course,
yes,
of course, man. I think like I like heavy music, but I think I miss the days of like I mean my one of my first shows was like Lollapalooza back in like the 90s, and that was like metal, alternative, hip hop, like everything. And like
yeah,
I think more festivals can be like that where it's like a more variety, and or metal could be part of that a little bit more, I think.
I
Maybe
would
like
agree with
maybe
that.
bands like Turnstile are kind of like opening the gates for that because they're sort of breaking into different avenues of music genres.
Yeah, and good for them
Yeah,
for like doing that too. Like
totally.
I saw them. I think I've only seen them like twice, but I saw them at Louder Than Life, maybe like 2018.
Hmm.
No, no, it was 2020 maybe or 21 because it's after they'd moved to the new location, and they're on like the small stage or whatever. There was only like 150 people there maybe, and they fucking crushed.
Awesome.
Just thought, holy shit! And now they're like,
Huge. Yeah, yeah. They're doing late night TV and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
like good for them. Like good for any artist who can go out there, do what they want to do, keep their, artistic integrity and continue to grow.
Yeah, man. They're paying like homage to like old school hardcore, but like adding something new to it at the same time. And like
Yeah,
the way that they write structure their songs is really interesting. And I don't know, man. I can't say enough good things about those guys.
agreed. Absolutely agreed. So, do you see or do you find that people are a lot more open to multiple styles of music now than they were like back in the 90s?
Back in the 90s, I don't know, but I think people who listen to heavy music are generally open to different things in general. So I think it's more of like if musicians are making more than heavier things, and I don't think that's the case. I think things are very like in the genre a lot of times, which is fine, which is totally cool. Well, I mean, I don't think we do that. I mean, we kind of pay homage to our influences, but I don't think we necessarily stick to a specific genre. Like we do a lot of, technical death metal, gent, I guess is a thing, or deathcore, or whatever the hell all the stuff is.
All
But
the
we don't think of
terms.
genre.
Yeah.
We think of like, oh, we like the Slayer riff. Let's rip that off. Oh, we like that Deftones thing. Let's rip that off. Like, and not that we're doing like acoustic songs or anything like that. And maybe we should or something like that. But I think when you
That'd
see
be
bands like
weird.
Turnstile add like pads to their music, you're like, oh, wow, we can do that. That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's nice seeing the so many like styles mixed. I think currently, I feel like I'm old, like I've seen it. Like when you went to a thrash show, it was just thrash. There was nothing else. And now you go to a show, there's a lot more like mixed genre bills, and you've got bands like Turnstile who are, hey, we're gonna do a little hardcore and we're also gonna throw in these other elements, which is super cool. And I feel like the fan base is a lot more open to things like that now than we probably ever have been.
that's great. I didn't see that, but if you do, that's great. That's good news.
Yeah, it's weird.
Cool.
It's weird. Like I'm doing Louder Than Life starts tomorrow.
Hmm.
Tech Nine's playing, which I'm like, I'm here for it. Like Tech Nine plays this year. I think last year they had 3 6 Mafia. Oh,
Hmm.
Cypress Hill
Cool.
is also playing. I'm like, all right.
Dude, I saw Cypress Hill at Lollapalooza in like, oh God, I was going to date myself now. 94, I
Uh,
think. Yeah, yeah.
we're about the same age. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right on.
Yeah. I remember those days. Like, holy shit.
I kind of remember them.
Yeah. 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 Me too. Um, do you guys have like a generic timeline for the next album or just
Yeah, we do. So we've been working on a whole bunch of new stuff. We wanted to release 11 songs for an album, but we're like, it's a little too long and it's going to take us another year to finish the vocals and make sure the artwork and all that, videos and stuff. So like, why don't we just do an EP first? So we took 3 songs from that 11 songs. We have the other 8 that we're still working on, and we're going to add Blind Sides as the last song to this LP as well. And so that hopefully will be out. We're shooting for summer of next year.
oh,
So
right on.
we're currently working on that now. So me and Mike are working on the vocals, and we're going to have the same mixer, the same mastering engineer. It's all this. It's all from the same session, so it'll sound pretty much the same. It's just working on the material and getting it right. Like I said, like you mentioned, it's like we're just taking our sweet time with it to make sure it's right.
Yeah, I mean, as you should, right? You shouldn't rush it because you gave some or someone else gave you a timeline that it needs to be. Like you start that's where you start finding the sophomore slump and all of
Yeah,
that shit,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. And we're just there's nothing worse than like even like on some of the last records, there's like little parts you're like, oh, like, and that's the stuff that keeps you up at night is those little things. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we want to avoid those.
Yeah, you're like, oh, damn, why did we do that?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it happens. What are you gonna do?
it does for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right, Greg, I don't want to keep you all night. I thank you so much for your time. I've had a lot of fun chatting with you. I'm super psyched about Car Bomb. Like, holy
Awesome, man.
fuck. Like,
Excellent, man. Yeah, this was great, man. Thanks for chatting. And yeah, we'll see you in Louisville for sure.